We need to solve this problem here. So let us see how we can solve it. Some children planned a party which cost rupees 300. 3 of them did not come, and so the cost per head for each child increased by rupees 5. How many children attended the party? So the first thing is to determine what exactly do we need to find out and what is the unknown. So in this case, we need to find how many children attended the party. So the number of children who attended the party is the unknown here. Let us denote this unknown by a variable x. So x is the number of children who attended the party. The next step is to find out what else is given to us. Some children planned a party which cost rupees 300. So 300 is the total cost of the party, and it is given that 3 of them did not come, so the cost per head for each child increased by rupees 5. So the other information is given in terms of cost per head and not the total cost. So we need to find the cost per head. 300 is the total cost. X children attended the party. So the cost per head will be 300 divided by X. So cost per head for X children is 300 divided by X. What else is given to us? 3 of them did not come. That is, among the students who planned the party, 3 did not come. We know that X children came. That means, how many students planned the party? 3 more than X. That is X plus 3. So the number of children who planned the party is X plus 3. And so the cost per head. Again, we need to find the cost per head for the party for X plus 3 children. For X plus 3 children, the cost per head will be 300 divided by X plus 3. So this is the cost per head for X plus 3 children. 300 divided by X plus 3. And it is given that it increased by rupees 5. So for X children who actually attended the party, cost per head increased by rupees 5. So we need to find the difference of the two costs. The difference of the two costs will be this minus this. So the difference of costs will be 300 by X minus 300 by X plus 3. And it is given that this difference is equal to rupees 5. So this difference is equal to rupees 5. Now we have got our equation. But as we can see, this is neither a linear equation nor a quadratic equation. So we do not know how to solve this equation. But let us try and simplify this and see if we can get some known form. So let us simplify this. For simplifying this, we take the LCM of the two denominators of the two terms in the left hand side. So this gives us x into x plus 3 in the denominator, and this becomes 300 into x plus 3 minus 300 into x, and the right hand side remains as it is. So this is what we have. Now 300 into x is 300x. 300 into 3 is 900. And minus 300x. and the denominator, we take it to the right hand side and multiply it with 5. So this becomes 5 into x plus 3. Now x into x is x square, and x into 3 is 3x. So this is what we get. This is what we get. Now 300x minus 300x, this gets cancelled. So we are left with 900 is equal to 5 into x square plus 3x. Now we can divide both the sides by the same number. The equation will remain unchanged. So let us divide both the sides by 5. 900 divided by 5 gives us 180. And this side divided by 5 gives us x square plus 3x. So this is what we get. So we see we have an x square term, we have a 3x term, and we have a constant term on the left hand side. So now let us take this constant term to the other side. And this becomes x square plus 3x minus 180 equal to 0. And now we see that this is a quadratic equation. And we know how to solve a quadratic equation. So let us solve this quadratic for x. X square plus 3x minus 180 equal to 0. Let us try and see if we can factorize the left hand side of this equation. For factorizing the left hand side, we need to find two factors of negative 180 such that their sum is plus 3. Now, by trial and error, we see that the two factors, 15 and negative 12. So 15 into negative 12 gives us negative 180. Also, 15 plus negative 12 gives us 3, which is what we have here. So the two factors are 15 and negative 12. So let's write 3x as 15x minus 12x. So this is what we have. X square plus 15x minus 12x minus 180 equal to 0. Let's factorize these two terms. From these two terms, we can take x common. Taking x common, we get x plus 15. From these two terms, we can take negative 12 common. So take negative 12 x plus 15 equal to 0. So this is what we have. Now x plus 15 is common to both the terms. So once again, take x plus 15 common. And we are left with x minus 12 equal to 0. So we have x plus 15 into x minus 12 equal to 0. Now when the product of two terms is 0, then either of them should be 0. So from here, either x plus 15 equal to 0 or x minus 12 equal to 0. So x plus 15 equal to 0 or x minus 12 equal to 0. If x plus 15 equal to 0, this means that x is equal to negative 15. If x minus 12 is equal to 0, this means that x is equal to 12. So the solutions of x are x equal to negative 15 or x equal to 12. Now recall what was x. X was the number of children who attended the party. The number of children cannot be negative. Negative number of children does not make any sense. So we discard this solution. And this is the required solution. So the number of children who attended the party is 12. So we see that how such problems can be solved if they are framed properly in a stepwise manner, and then by solving the relevant quadratic equation, we can get the correct answer.